back to part 2 of this summer clean with me. If you need some cleaning motivation, then this video is packed with that, so get comfortable or grab your cleaning kit and let's get to it. As you can see, the house needs some TLC, so once a room is tidy, I'll also be doing the odd bit of deep cleaning. I started by lifting the living room rug so that I could get it in the washing machine. I love the colour of this rug, but it does show dirt pretty quickly, and I also love to multitask, so making sure that one thing was cleaning whilst I could be cracking on with more was a win-win. So whilst that was washing, I moved my attention on to the kitchen. And I absolutely love how many of you enjoy cleaning the kitchen. It is such a super satisfying room to do, isn't it? And once stuff was either in the dishwasher or in the sink soaking, I moved my attention back to the kettle because a couple of you kindly pointed out how easy it is to descale a kettle, so I wanted to give it a try. I got myself some of the lemon Jif, followed the instructions as kindly provided by you, thank you very much, and let it to do its thing whilst I washed up and figured out the rest of the kitchen. Whilst the kettle was still doing its thing and I was getting impatient with it, I moved on to cleaning the hob. It didn't have too much grime on it today, which I was quite thankful for, so I kept it simple with a sponge and the Pink Stuff Miracle Paste. Of course, finishing it off with the sponge cloth. Then it was time to do a job I find so incredibly satisfying, which is of course cleaning the sink. To do this, I started strong with just some simple washing up liquid in my Dishmatic. I then added some Pink Stuff Miracle Paste because we had some homemade pizzas the other night and Tom absolutely smashed it out of the bag. Sorry, because I know this is going off topic from cleaning, but when it's food related, we allow these things over here. And it was insane, honestly. Like, he's done it twice now, and that boy just needs to be making me pizza every single night, let me tell you. Back to the task in hand. That was then followed up with some, of course, bicarb of soda, vinegar, and then using the water from the kettle so that it doesn't go to waste, cleared that down the rest of the drain. So I obviously went wrong somewhere with trying to descale this kettle again, and it didn't really actually lift all that much. However, I had another bash at it, put way more Jif into the bottom of the kettle and not as much water because I obviously have quite a lot stuck to the bottom of my kettle, as we can all see. And then after that, the result was much better. I think I still need to have another go at it, but that can be for another day because I had bigger fish to fry. I then decided to defrost the freezer. This did not go to plan. I had images of just defrosting the whole freezer, and I know full well really what we should do, or what I should do, sorry, is turn the freezer off, let it all thaw thoroughly, drain the water, blah, blah, blah. I don't have time for that. So I got a spoon, that was my weapon of choice, and started whacking at the ice. Thankfully, I didn't break the freezer or anything because I'm aware that that can happen if you are trying to defrost the freezer in the manner in which I had a go at. But also, truthfully, I gave up. All I did was the top drawer section, which was the worst of the freezer, I'm not going to lie. We were fighting for our lives every single time we wanted to get some frozen fruit out, which in this household is every day. So it did need seeing to. It is a lot better. Nova was having the time of her life eating that ice. I'm not entirely sure if that's okay or if I should have actually been letting her have it, but she was quite happy chomping away at ice, and in my world it hydrates her, so I just left her to it, to be honest. utility room wasn't too bad. It was more a case of tidying than actually cleaning in there. But one thing I am really glad of so far is the way in which I have reduced Nova's food and treats being out on the side. It gives me so much more room and worktop space, which is really needed when you've got a utility room. Well, I think worktop space in general in life is needed no matter what the room is actually. And since doing my declutter, I've just decided that as I'm going about the house, whatever day, whether I'm filming or not, if I see something that I just have no longer a need for or just don't like it anymore, anything along those lines, then I'm just going to let go and get rid. And that's exactly what I was doing during this clean. I've let several things go because they just don't serve a purpose. And if anything, in having them, it's creating more cleaning work for myself. So I'm kind of a glutton for punishment if I'm keeping hold of it. I'm interested to know though, how do you guys go about keeping on top of your homes? Is it a case of that you will dedicate certain time to go through and clear out your items, or do you just do it a bit ad hoc, as and when, just you see something you don't want anymore and you decide there and then that it's time for it to exit your life? Sounds quite dramatic when you say it that way, but I decided to give the back door a clean until I realised I was using the wrong cleaning product. I wasn't really taking any notice when I just grabbed a product out of the cupboard, and considering it was literally the other week when I organised the utility cupboards and everything's in baskets according to the room, so we have bathroom baskets, and yet I still picked up the bathroom foam rather than the window and the glass cleaner. So yeah, that wasn't too smart of me. However, the glass still cleaned wonderfully. It ended up with the bathroom foam cleaner on it and the window and glass cleaner, obviously with the Kleenex cloth as well. So, you know, it worked. We can't complain about that. And the multi-surface cleaner of the day was the Method Pink Grapefruit, which just smells divine. And this is quite a weird thing to admit as well, but I actually really like the colour of it. But yeah, that's just the general purpose cleaner that you will be seeing me use here, there and everywhere. And if you've seen my videos before, this will come as no shock to you, but it did shock myself that up until this point, whilst I had been hoovering and mopping the floors, no Nova had been around. But alas, here she is. She decided to plonk herself right in the middle of the utility floor right before I'd hoovered. And I don't go about moving her. I just go back to the space later on once she has moved. I'm not too sure whether you're actually meant to do that with your dogs and, you know, the whole authority thing and whatnot. She knows who's boss in this household. And when I'm cleaning, I will clean around her quite happily. Appreciate that it is a little bit of an odd one for me to have started with lint rolling the floors before then going on and cleaning things that are technically above the floor. But that morning I'd taken Nova to a beach that's fairly close-ish to us, and she had the best time. Go, go, go! But that also meant a lot of sand was brought home. Sand's all over the car, sand's all over those mats, and so I didn't really fancy too much sand on my socks, which is why obviously I've lint rolled first. This porch is just mingingly dirty. Obviously, same with anybody's entryway to their home. It goes through hell and back frequently, and I've just been neglecting it recently, so today was the day I was putting a good amount of effort in to keeping it clean for 5 minutes. That also meant I had my spot cleaner out because these mats don't wash too well in the washing machine. I actually can't get them in. They are really, really thick, sturdy, hard duty, hard wearing mats, and they're fantastic. But the downside is I just cannot fathom out how to clean them other than using the spot cleaner. So that got put to good work, and then they were taken out so that they could dry in what little sunshine we had that day. I fear that in cleaning this rug, I have made more work for myself. Of course, when don't we, hey? It has some specific dirt patches on it that have driven me insane for ages. I've tried using previous other product on it that doesn't bring it off. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go balls to the walls with this spot cleaner and let's see what damage I can or cannot do. Well, blow me, it's actually lifted the actual spots of dirt out quite well. Like, you can still see them, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot better than what it was. However, it has now made a clean patch all the way around the spots and highlights how filthy the rest of the rug is. Nightmare, I know. First world problems, I know. I'm just thinking, do I either clean the rest of this rug how I have cleaned that one area, or am I really wasteful and get a new runner? Because I have been thinking of getting a new runner for this area, which actually that reminds me, I'd like to know, for quite a while now, I've been thinking of doing a project under the stairs. It's quite a big project. I've been putting it off because it involves electricity and I just DIY things. Electricity is not DIY. However, is this something you would be interested in me documenting and making a video of whenever I do come to do this process? Or is it just one of those things that you're not really all that bothered in seeing and you're just quite happy watching, cleaning, decluttering, whatever you're here for? I'm guessing cleaning if you've made it this far into this video. But please do let me know, because if it is something that you would like me to make a general video on so that you can see, because I got pretty big plans for it. It's not normal for what you tend to see under stairs. Let me know your thoughts. I'm definitely interested to know, and I now need to figure out what I do with this rug. And I also just wanted to share this room for a little bit of reality, because as I mentioned, I'd taken Nova to the beach and you saw for yourselves what she got up to, and she got up to many more antics along those lines, let me tell you. So of course that meant she needed washing down when she got home, which is not a problem at all. I'm not moaning, but I just wanted to show you some reality. This bathroom was fully cleaned literally about 2 days before taking her to the beach, and then it was back into this state. So please don't ever be fooled in thinking that this house is kept spotlessly clean and immaculate all the time. It most certainly isn't. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, whether you've sat listening to me babble on or you've cleaned along with me. Either way, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. Have a lovely day. Take care, and I shall see you in the next one.